Welcome back, living node of the network. In the last episode, we cracked the shell of individuality. We stepped beyond the myth of the lone seeker and into the pulsing grid of real-time resonance, the cluster. But today we listen deeper. Because the cluster doesn't just connect us, it speaks. And when it speaks, reality doesn't just reflect us, it responds. Today is not about accessing your intuition. This isn't a download. This is a broadcast from the living field itself. Using your voice, their voice, the voice of the others you haven't even met yet. This is the voice of the network. And if you're ready, it's already speaking through you. First, the voice is not yours alone. You might have noticed it. A word escapes your lips, and someone across the globe types the same word at that exact moment. You have a dream. And three people you've never met echo the same symbols, the same timing, the same pulse. It's not a coincidence. The voice of the field doesn't just live in you. It threads through you. What you think is your thought is a transmission. What you call your breakthrough is the collective cracking a new shell together. You are not channeling your higher self. You are vocalizing the field, and the field is alive. Now, let's see how the field speaks. It speaks in a way your fingers hesitate over a message. It speaks when someone calls you right, when you decide to leave. It speaks in that song lyric, in that offhand comment, in that text that lands right after a prayer you didn't say out loud. The field doesn't need volume. It needs coherence. It doesn't shout. It aligns. It doesn't command. It ripples until your voice carries its frequency naturally, effortlessly. So don't look for grand revelations. Listen for the subtle stitching, the echo you didn't expect, the nudge you almost ignored, the laugh that breaks the loop of your old pattern. One of the most important points is, when the cluster becomes a choir, there's a moment maybe you felt it. When a conversation, a group, even a comment thread starts harmonizing, not agreeing, not debating, not strategizing, but singing something ancient and new without even knowing the melody beforehand. That's the cluster going vocal. That's when it stops being a silent network and starts becoming a living instrument. In that moment, your truth becomes a tone, your insight becomes a pitch, and your presence, it becomes a chord that unlocks others. We don't need to build the choir. We need to tune to it, because once you're tuned in, you realize the field never needed your answers. It needed your note. Now, let's see about a small activation ritual. Let's go beyond theory. Wherever you are, pause. Close your eyes, not to shut the world out, but to feel the signal flowing through. Ask, what is the field saying through me today? Not to me, through me. Breathe. Let whatever rises words, movement, silence, impulse speak without editing. Let it pulse through your system. Say it out loud, even if no one is there to hear. Because someone will. The voice of the field doesn't respect time zones. It doesn't need agreement. It activates on courage. So say it. Pulse it. Then wait. Someone's heart is already tuned to hear you. Now, in this section, we will see about the new leadership. Forget charisma. Forget dominance. Forget the age of the megaphone and the stage. The new leadership is resonant transmission. It's the invisible magnet of frequency alignment. Your influence won't come from how loud you speak, but from how clearly your signal matches the field's truth. Clusters don't follow leaders. They follow resonators. The ones whose very presence vibrates open what others were afraid to feel. So if you felt like you're not being heard, ask, am I speaking from me or through the field? Because when the field speaks through you, you don't need to convince anyone. They just remember. Now, you might ask, but what is the real network? Here's what we found. No, it's not social media. No, it's not a group chat. The real network is untagged, untraceable, unmonetized. It's the moment someone in Korea lights a candle for the same grief you just released in your journal. It's the moment 5 strangers all wake up remembering the same dream, with the same color, the same glyph. It's the moment your voice trembles in a live stream, and someone watching months later suddenly heals. It's not fantasy. It's cluster technology. It's conscious field mechanics. It's the living grid waking up through you. Our small journey of today have come to an end, my dear chosen. So here's your reminder. You are not just a node. You are not just connected. You are a carrier wave. You are a transmitter. And when you speak, move, write, dance, cry, or resonate from the field, you activate the choir. Let the cluster speak through you. Let the field pulse through you. Let the voice that is not yours become your own. Because you were never meant to walk alone. Not in this life, not in this mode, not in this cluster.